My hands were still shaking from the boardroom. But in this car, in this silence, they felt dead. The sky over Manhattan was that deep, bruised purple of winter evenings, and every window and every skyscraper was a cold, distant star. I had a penthouse in one of them, full of nothing, full of everything I'd bought to try and fill the hole. It never worked. The car slowed at a red light on 5th. My reflection in the dark glass looked like a ghost. Wow, a man in a $10,000 suit hollowed out. My eyes drifted to the sidewalk. Just another blur of rushing coats, briefcases, life. Then I saw her, a young woman sitting against the cold brick of a bank. She was hunched over, holding something close, a bundle. A tiny, pale hand emerged from a frayed blanket, fluttering, like a moth in the cold. The baby shivered. I actually saw it shiver from here. People flowed around her like she was a rock in a stream. Eyes forward. Don't engage. I knew that script. I'd written it. The light was about to change. My driver's shoulders tensed, ready to go. The baby cried. It wasn't loud. It was a thin, weary sound that cut through the double-paned glass, through the hum of the heater, and went straight into a dark room inside me I'd locked years ago. The room where I kept the memory of a heartbeat I never got to hear. Stop the car. My own voice surprised me. It was rough, unused. I stepped out into a wall of frozen air. It stole my breath. My leather soles slipped on a patch of ice as I crossed to her. Up close, she was younger than I thought. Maybe 25. Her eyes weren't desperate. They were just tired. Deeply, profoundly tired. I pulled out my wallet, all hundreds. She looked at the money, then up at me. She shook her head slowly. I don't want cash, sir." Her voice was barely a whisper, chapped by the cold. "Just some formula for Noah, and maybe a place out of the wind for a minute." She said his name like a prayer. Her honesty was a physical blow. It left me disarmed, naked. I didn't give her the money. Instead, I heard myself say, "There's a cafe right there, come on." She hesitated, fear flashing in her eyes. Then she looked down at Noah's shivering little face and nodded, gathering her few things. In the warm, steamy cafe, surrounded by the smell of coffee and pastries, the world shifted. I ordered soup, a sandwich, a bottle of warm milk, diapers from the pharmacy next door. She tried to say thank you, but when the warm bottle touched Noah's lips and he drank greedily, her composure broke. Silent tears just rolled down her cheeks. Not from hunger, from dignity. Someone had seen her, not a problem to avoid, but a person. She told me her name was Lily. She didn't ask for mine. For the first time in a decade, I was grateful for that. I couldn't forget them. The image of Noah's small hand, of Lily's weary eyes, followed me into my empty penthouse, into my silent meetings. It was an echo I couldn't silence. So I went back. The next day, with a proper winter coat for her, one I said was extra. The day after, with a proper crib mattress for the shelter cot she'd finally gotten. I became Ethan, just Ethan, a man who worked in finance. It was a flimsy lie, but she was too kind to pry. We talked. In those stolen minutes on park benches or in that same cafe, she told me about being left alone when the pregnancy test showed positive. About the judgmental stares, the impossible choice between a bus fare and a meal. Her world was made of these brutal, simple maths. And through it all, her love for Noah was this fierce, unshakable sun. And me. I told her about losing my wife, the accident, the future that was erased in a single, violent instant. I hadn't said those words aloud in years. With Lily, they didn't feel like a confession, just a sharing of weight. I laughed with her, a real, rusty laugh that hurt my chest on the way out. being near Noah, letting his small fist curl around my finger. It woke up a parts of my soul I was sure had died. It felt like healing, like maybe this was how life could begin again. Then, one night, I was working late in my office. The financial news was on mute on the wall screen. I was texting Lily, asking if Noah liked the new pediatrician. Her reply took a long time. Then my phone buzzed. "Lily, is this you?" A photo followed, a grainy shot of the news screen on her phone in the shelter common room. There I was. Ethan Carter, Carter Holdings CEO, announces landmark merger. My face, my full name, my world. The next message was like ice water. "Lily, all this time, was this a project for you? A charity case? Did you get a tax write-off for the diapers, Ethan?" I called. It rang and rang. I drove to the shelter. She wouldn't come down. She sent one final text. "Please, don't. We're not your responsibility." The silence that followed was worse than the silence before I met her. Because now I knew exactly what I was missing. I'd had a glimpse of a family and I'd ruined it with my secrets. A week later, my phone rang in the dead of night. An unknown number. Her voice was shattered, all the strength gone, just raw, primal fear. "Ethan, it's Noah. He can't breathe. The ambulance is taking us to Mercy General. I'm so scared." I was there before the ambulance. I saw her, small and terrified, holding Noah's limp, feverish body as they rushed him in. All the CEO power in the world meant nothing. I was just a man in a wrinkled shirt, following them into the bright, buzzing chaos of the pediatric ICU. They took Noah away. Lily sank into a plastic chair, her whole body trembling. I didn't ask, I just sat beside her. Slowly, carefully, I put my arm around her shoulders. She didn't pull away, she collapsed. "I can't lose him," she sobbed into my chest, her fists clutching my shirt. "I have nothing else." I held her, tightly. My own tears fell into her hair. "You won't lose him," I whispered, my voice breaking. "He's strong, like his mom, and you don't have nothing. You have me, however you want me. Just, please, let me be here." She looked up at me then, her eyes red and swollen. She saw my fear, my regret, my own broken pieces. She saw the man, not the title. And in that sterile, fluorescent-lit hallway, for the first time, we weren't a CEO and a struggling mother. We were just two lost people, holding on to each other in the storm. Noah fought. Through the night and into the next day. I never left that hospital. I called my assistant once, my voice low in the hallway. "Clear everything, indefinitely." The world of mergers and board reports dissolved into the steady beep of a heart monitor, the smell of antiseptic, the whispered prayers of a mother. I watched Lily. I watched the ferocious way she watched that hospital room door, how she jumped at every footstep of a nurse. She was a soldier, and I was just there, getting coffee, finding blankets, being a wall she could lean against when her legs gave out. When the doctor finally came out, smiling, saying Noah was stable, would be okay, Lily didn't cheer. She sank to the floor, her hand over her mouth, and wept with a relief so deep it shook the room. I crouched down beside her, my hand on her back, feeling each sob. This was real, this was everything. After that, everything was different, but slower. The trust didn't snap back into place. It regrew, tender and careful, like a fragile green shoot after a long winter. I helped, but I didn't fix, not with money. When she talked about getting her GED, I didn't hire a tutor. I found the program at the public library and offered to watch Noah while she studied. I'd sit on her tiny apartment floor, building block towers with him, my phone off. The billions of dollars I managed meaning less to me than his gummy, toothless smile when a tower fell. I saw her strength return. Not just the survival strength, but the dream strength. She aced her practice tests. She got a part-time job at a florist, coming home smelling of earth and roses. She was building a life, brick by brick, and it was the most magnificent thing I'd ever witnessed. One afternoon in early spring, we were in the park. Noah was toddling on the grass, chasing pigeons. Lily watched him, a soft smile on her face. The sun caught the gold in her hair. "You never went back, did you?" she said quietly, not looking at me. "To your old life? Not really." I followed Noah's wobbly path. "That life," I said, my voice thick. It was a beautiful, empty museum, full of priceless things and no heartbeat. I turned to her. "This is real, you and Noah. You're the only real thing I've had in years." She was silent for a long time. Then she took my hand. Her palm was warm, a little rough from work. That simple touch felt more intimate than anything I could remember. "I was so angry," she whispered. "I thought your kindness was a transaction, that I was a line item on your conscience." She met my eyes, hers shining. "But I see you with him. I see the way you look at us when you think we don't notice. That's not pity, Ethan. That's not guilt." My throat closed up. I couldn't speak. "I love you," she said. So simple, so quiet it was almost carried away by the wind. The words unlocked a dam inside me, a flood of everything I'd been holding back. I pulled her to me, my forehead resting against hers, our hands clasped between our pounding hearts. "I love you, Lily. I have for so long. I love Noah. I want to be your family, however that looks." Noah stumbled over then, giggling, holding up a grubby dandelion. "Mama, flower." Lily took it, then gently guided his little hand toward me. "Give it to Ethan, sweetheart." Noah looked up at me with his big, ocean blue eyes. "Dada?" he said, the word a question, an offering. That one word, from that tiny voice, shattered me and put me back together all at once. I scooped him up, burying my face in his soft hair, holding Lily close. We stood there, a trio in the spring sun, not a CEO, a struggling mother and a child in need. We were just a family. The ending isn't in a grand gesture. It's a year later, in a small house with a messy backyard, far from my glass penthouse. Noah's 3rd birthday. The cake is homemade, lopsided, with too much blue frosting. Lily's hands are covered in it. I'm at the grill, burning hamburgers, while Noah and his little friends from daycare scream with laughter. Lily comes up behind me, wrapping her arms around my waist, resting her cheek on my back. I feel her smile. I look at our home, the toys on the lawn, the woman I get to call my wife, the little boy who runs to me shouting, "Dada," when I walk through the door. For so long I measured my life in deals closed, in net worth, in power and influence. I thought wealth was something you built in towers of steel and glass. I was wrong. True wealth is this. It's the weight of a sleeping child in your arms after a long day. It's the warm, steady hand of the person who knows all your broken pieces and loves you anyway, not in spite of them, but through them. It's the messy, loud, beautiful chaos of a love that fills the silence you thought would last forever. It's coming home. And finally, after a lifetime of being lost, I am home.